I'd like to say, from myself and all of the management team, it's been a difficult year in some aspects. I'd call it turbulent at times. I would like to say that the previous leads of TiG have done a fantastic job, and the previous management teams and admin teams have done a fantastic job, and take nothing away from the excellent work they've put in. I think it's important now that I say on behalf of the management team that is in place today, myself included, that we thank everybody who voted. We thank everybody who's been involved in helping us redraft the rules for our online platforms, who's part of the Discord servers, the Facebook pages and the WhatsApp group as well. We really appreciate the support and the backing that we've got here, and we are here for the trans community of Gloucestershire, and I should say that is trans with an asterisk, because that is trans, non-binary, gender fluid and genderqueer, and we are here for everybody, and we want to make you all proud and have a really good organisation for you to look to. So yeah, thank you. For me, Trans Day of Remembrance is a really important date in the calendar. It's a day where we remember the struggles that people have gone through and continue to go through. You know, it's been going for 24 years, and it's probably more vital today than it has been over the last couple of decades. Trans Day of Remembrance isn't something that's going to be put in the mainstream media, but what is put in the mainstream media are the hate crimes that trans people suffer every day. People who unfortunately are losing their life by their own hand because there is not enough support and signposting in this country for gender affirming care. The waiting lists are ridiculously long. In some cases it's 7, 8, 9 years before you get seen, and sitting on a waiting list for that time when there's no contact is something that does play into the negative side of somebody's mental health, and it would do for anybody. It wouldn't just do that for trans people, but for anybody waiting on affirming care of any variance. So Trans Day Remembrance is important because we get the opportunity to gather together as a community, and we can look around us and see what support we've got. So when we are struggling with mental health, we can look to our left and right and say, do you know what, these are people that I might not see every day, might not talk to every day, but they know what I'm going through, and they're part of this community and there to help and support if I need it, because of first-hand knowledge and shared experiences. The other side of Trans Day of Remembrance is we look back to February of this year with, you know, the loss of Brianna J and how awful that was. And that's not an isolated case, unfortunately. That is one incident that has been brought to the forefront of the media, and rightly so, it should be. And I think it's important that we have an opportunity as a community across the country and across the world, in fact, to remember people like Brianna and like Alice Littman, who died by her own hand last year, waiting over 1,000 days up until that point. So there's two sides of the importance coin really there. The hate that we still encounter and suffer every day unjustly, and the crime of hate and discrimination that is felt throughout the trans community, and people like myself who have been fortunate enough to not really suffer at it firsthand. We all know somebody who has, and that's something that needs to change. But this day gives us the opportunity to come together, like I say, and support one another, and be able to remember all of the people that we've lost for whatever reason in the last 12 months, from the last time we held such a day. So yeah. The plans for Trans Day of Remembrance, this year for 2023 is that we are having a meeting point at Shire Hall in Gloucester City Centre on Sunday the 19th at 4 p.m. From the gathering point then, at 4:30, we will start a candlelight memory walk to St Mary de Crypt, where we are fortunate enough, with the support of St Mary de Crypt and the vicar there, to be able to have a service/vigil that we have tailored to be respectful. There are some religious elements, but the bulk part of it is that it's not a non-religious, mostly, service, and there will be a candle lighting and chance for silent reflection, and for those who want to, a chance to pray, or just be with your own thoughts at this time. So that's our plan. So that will be starting, let's say 4 o'clock is the meeting, 4:30 the memory walk will leave off, and then 5 o'clock the service/vigil will begin. The next 12 months for Trans in Gloucestershire is a big year. So firstly, Trans in Gloucestershire has had fantastic, run of the last few years, and has been there as a fantastic social platform for people to meet like-minded people and gather, and throughout the COVID-19 restrictions, after being able to meet online, and then after the fact having a physical meeting place through the Big Chill events and other sort of support of the social aspect that we've got there. The next 12 months, however, things are going to take a slightly different look with Trans in Gloucestershire. So I became the lead about a month ago now, and there's something that I've always wanted to see in Gloucestershire, because I think TiG is a fantastic platform. It's unlike anywhere else in the country that we've got such a platform and such a voice. So I want to start to introduce more events, and I don't just mean things like the Big Chill. The Big Chill will remain. There will be some enhancements on top of the Big Chill, so that's a really big thing that we're looking at doing this year. But the biggest announcement to make is that we are aiming to be introducing a trans pride to Gloucestershire in 2024, early in 2024. So myself and the TiG management team are busy working on that in the background at the moment. We are still yet to confirm exact venues and dates, but we have a plan in place of what we'd like to achieve, and we've got an action plan of how we're going to achieve that. So, and that will be the first trans pride in Gloucestershire, to my awareness anyway. And I think it's going to be a fantastic platform to be able to sort of grow such an event in years to come. So this isn't just a one-off; it will be something that we are planning on doing in years to come as well. So that's the big thing for TiG in the next 12 months.